sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Hoosier State and Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Washington football team.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Throwing, Jones. And right away, he lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field, and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. He'll drop to throw. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Curtis Samuel with his 16th touchdown of the year. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Colts, nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now Jones. They'll go screen here to Hunt. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. They'll run with Hunt. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Jones. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, this is a guy who runs with such balance and control. I mean, he went through that early contact just like he was driving over a speed bump. And he's able to continue his way downfield and wind up in the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. So we'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the...
And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there. Here's Gibson on the read option. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Second and 10 at the Colts 14-yard line.
They'll look to throw. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down. Gibson will take this one in. Touchdown, Washington. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
It certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on third down. Back to throw. Jones. That one is caught by Hunt. And he's got room. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A pickup of 24. And that's where the play began, the 24-yard line.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front. Completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
A gain of 3, second down. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
He'll get 4 yards on the carry there, and we will get to the end of the first quarter of play. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Colts on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 3. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Flushed out right. Taking a shot for Samuel. And this is caught inside the 5. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. You know, you're following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under. CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
The Colts on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Off play action. Jones. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. From the corner, it was Kendall Fuller with a sack. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Jones throw complete there to Beckham. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 21-yard line.
And now Jones opts to keep this. And boy, this burgundy and gold defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. From the gun, Jones. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Blankenship's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some common sense.
See what happens. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 39 yards there, a big one. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
Dancing to his left. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the right side and complete to Thomas. A gain of 6 there on first.
It's a pickup of 6.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4. They'll set up a throw. Eluding the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Looking to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. On first down, it's Hunt. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Looking to throw on second down. Jones. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he's going to have a first down here. They're also in the field goal range now at the 27-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this will be incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. They'll set up to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th.
Hopkins for the Washington field goal. A 40-yard attempt.
Hopkins' kick is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you field a kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go as they take over with just 17 seconds left before the break. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 10-yard line.
So we've reached halftime here. Charles has already thrown off his headset. He's out here. He says, it's Christmas Day. I'm going home. We're not done yet, though. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now, the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will finally be taken out of bounds.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
And Thomas has it. Touchdown! Logan Thomas, his 6th touchdown of the season. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Caught left side. It's Beckham. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Back to throw. Jones. Going right back to Beckham here, complete. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And Jones going to keep once more. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Excellent job on the keeper. 20 yards and a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
A carry here for Hunt. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Throwing on second down. Jones. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 39. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On the counter, Hunt. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
On second down, right back to Hunt. And some room to maneuver. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That good for 19 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Jones on 3rd and 2. Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. 2nd and 2. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 33 yards that time.
A gain of 33 yards on the play. And the Washington first down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
2nd and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
He's got room to run past the 20. And they do get him out of bounds finally, but the damage is done. A big hitter on what proves to be the final play of the third quarter. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. On the run, this is Hunt. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 5 yards remain on 2nd down. Now a handoff. Hunt's going to run left. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And Hunt is not going to get there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 13-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Got a man, it's Gibson, complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
Complete to Antonio Gibson. 1st and goal, Washington.
They'll look to throw again. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Washington offense just continuing to pour it on. Hopkins with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And the drive starts with a completion left side. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll run with Hunt on second down, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Taken in by the tight end Doyle, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Hunt running left, and he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line that hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Throwing, Jones steps away. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Now Jones. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now a toss running left, Hunt. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Blankenship's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
But we got to give him 1, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
They'll run on 1st down. Hunt, and he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 103 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They'll run again with Hunt. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there. Now it's 3rd down and inches. One final shot. They'll look to throw. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. A big offensive explosion helped leading them.